once you do something and you succeed with it, so in this case, my body, I went from skinny to jacked. I know that the art of discipline is always gonna bring me joy and happiness and fulfillment. So the motivation I get when I'm not getting results, when I'm struggling, is literally knowing that I know the blueprint of how to be happy, how to be fulfilled, how to be proud of myself. And it's always by doing what I don't want to do, always.
Perfect. So talking about USA and a major problem that we have there about overweight people, why do you think people get overweight, especially in USA? Because right now we are in Italy. Why in USA people get overweight?
First things, the food. The way they put, the ingredients they put in the food are extremely bad. Like extremely. Like if you look over the course of the years, the ingredients they put in just basic foods like cereal, milk, pasta. If you look at the stuff in Italy, it's all normal, it's healthy. Then if you go in America, everything, a lot of sugar, high cholesterol, like everything's super inflated. So I think that's a big thing on why so many Americans are fat. And then not to mention that there's not a time where people eat. Like people just eat there whenever they want. In Italy, you have breakfast, you have lunch, you have dinner. In America, you wake up, maybe you have a bowl of cereal on the fly, maybe you eat lunch, maybe you eat dinner. It's all like a maybe thing. And so a lot of times people go to fast foods like at random times of the day. So there's not like a balance, there's not consistency in people's eating habits. What that's gonna do is that it's gonna fuck up your metabolism. So you're always eating at random hours, and so therefore you gain weight. Literally.
Do you think also it's the fact that people are comfortable in this situation?
Yeah, I mean, people like watching Netflix after they work. People like eating Doritos. People like eating ice cream and sitting on their asses, and that's why most people are poor and fat and aren't going anywhere in life. It's just the brutal reality. People want to eat Doritos and watch Netflix.
Wow. All right. So, just to finish this topic about overweight people, what do you think is the main killer when it comes to ambition, but also when it comes to business, nutrition, fitness, and so on?
You ever heard of fasting?
Yeah.
I'm really big on fasting because I find that when you're not worried about eating food, you actually can see your goals for what they are. You want to go to the gym. You need to get things done for your business. You need to evolve your communication skills. You need to send emails. When you're fasted, for some reason, you're able to focus on that. I think a big reason why so many people that are overweight aren't able to focus on anything else is because they're eating all the time.
They're addicted.
They're addicted to the food. We speak about addictions over here in America, like alcohol addiction, drug addiction. What's the biggest addiction in the world? What do you think it is?
Well, I was thinking, because we already had this conversation, but I was thinking nicotine or alcohol or drugs.
Right. The biggest addiction in the world is food. So people do things without even realize, like when you go to make food at 8 o'clock and you're doing it without even being conscious of it, that's addiction. It's the same thing when people smoke weed, when people drink alcohol. It's like an escape. So I very much correlate food to addiction, and if you don't have control of your addiction, you don't have control of yourself or what you're doing, I think you're just gonna be a mess. But that's my philosophy on why so many people that are overweight aren't able to get things done for themselves. I'm talking about the lower class.
Awesome. So what's your advice? Let's say I'm someone that have never started fasting. What's your advice in actually starting? Do you consider doing just like 24-hour fast, or maybe getting into intermittent fasting before?
First of all, ask yourself these questions. When's the last time I gave my body a break from eating food? Like genuinely think about it. When's the last time I didn't eat food? You've probably been eating food every single day for the past however long you've been alive. So give your body a rest. I like the idea of starting slow and then getting there. So you can start with a 12-hour fast and then you can do 24 hours. Just watch what that does to you. If you're genuinely you're not able to not eat food for 12 hours, and that means no calories, no drinking. I mean, you can drink coffee, you can drink tea, but I mean fasted. If you're not able to do that and your stomach hurts, that's just a huge key to me that tells me that you're unhealthy, okay? Because not eating is good for you. Being a little hungry, being a little cold, being a little scared, it's all good for you. It's things that shock the human brain, okay? So for example, something I like doing in the morning when I take a shower, at the end of the shower, I turn it all the way on cold. My body goes in a state of shock. I'm completely like, oh shit. What that does actually, it activates new brain cells. If you actually want to get to a point where you want to change and you want to evolve, shock your body. Shock your body. You can shock your body with doing the cold shower. You can shock your body with not eating for 12, 24 hours or whatever. I mean, the idea with fasting, let's do 12, 16, and then 24, 48, 72. Start it slow, you know what I'm saying? Start with 12, then move to 16, but it's a lifestyle. It's not just a thing you do once. Once you realize that food doesn't give you energy, but it actually winds you down, your mentality switches because you realize that during your day, when you eat, that's when your body begins to digest. It winds down. And why would you want to wind down your body when you just wake up? Think about it. Right? So if you want to be the most productive, don't eat food and shock your body. So going back to the shocking the body, shock your body with cold water, shock your body with not eating, shock your body with training like an animal. Just put stress on your body. And that's good stress, right? So these things will absolutely change you as a person. And just try it for yourself, guys. Try not eating food for 12 hours. Try turning the shower cold at the end of it, and try training like an absolute animal, and then tell me how you feel after that. Just try it out for yourself. I'm not even trying to sell it to you. Just try it and tell me that it won't change you.
Yeah, 100%. Talking about shocking your body, basically our bodies are made and our mind is made for us to be comfortable, right? Yeah. Every time we try to find the most comfortable solution, the most comfortable thing that we need to do. And that's why it's such an effective thing, because it's resonate with all of your other areas. You shock your body, then you are entering in this state of, okay, I'm in discomfort right now, I'm gonna get things in a discomfort way.
Yes.
And discomfort equals growth.
Yeah.
Comfort never equals growth. That's the thing. I mean, in my experience, every time I've put myself into discomfort, whether I'm in a gym, whether I'm in a meeting, whether I'm speaking in front of people, there always comes with growth. But it's that first moment that you're like, oh, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Cold shower, speaking in front of people, that first moment, you just gotta start. That first, couple of seconds, when you're into this flow, then everything starts to make sense.
Yes, it starts to all make sense. And the beautiful thing about this is that if you actually try it for yourself, you'll see that it works. So we're not here to sell it. Just try it out for yourself and see what it does to you, because it will change your reality. It will. It just will.
You've talked about basically getting a cold shower in the morning. Coming to that topic, what is your morning routine and how do you start your day?
My morning routine is, that's a good question. I don't think anyone's ever asked me that. So long story short, wake up, go outside, have the sun hit my face. It spikes my dopamine, spikes my mood, energy, just spikes me to be in a good flow state. So I try to stay outside for at least 10 minutes. I drink some water, and then I just like getting straight to the gym. I like doing physical activity, whether I'm walking my dog, whether I'm going to the gym. I always like to get my body, in a state of work. I want to work, okay? No using my phone. I don't use my phone. I know that for everybody at home, it's hard waking up and not grabbing and checking the text, seeing who posted and what happened and all the latest drama. I delay myself from that, delay myself from gratification, and I go into the things that are actually going to be good for me but are a little bit more challenging. With that in mind, during my day, I'm not always doing this. Because we have this addiction, phone addiction, and it all starts from the morning. When people wake up and they look at their phone, immediately, that's the first thing your brain sees. And so therefore, you're programming your subconscious throughout the day to just always have this, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I'm feeling insecure. Oh, there's somebody walking. And everybody's like this now, right? So a way I do to basically hack my brain is just not use my phone, get to work, do something difficult, and then I just proceed with my day. But my morning routine, Nick, is very simple. Wake up, go outside, sun, water, go work out, get to work.
Yeah. So you like to get your workout done before actually getting to work?
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect.
Physical. I like training my body physically because I get it done. I get it done, and it's done.
It's done. You don't.
So
need
then
to
I can
to
focus
think
all
about
my energy on making money. So yeah.
That's awesome. That's an interesting answer. I want to ask you this question. How do you maintain your motivation and your discipline when you don't see any results? You've talked about you starting in the gym, and after a couple of months, you've gained a lot of results, right? But after that, I think in the first period, you see a lot of results, but then it's kind of like, it's difficult to, how can I say, growth once you have, a good physique.
Yeah.
How do you maintain your motivation and your discipline even though you're not making huge progress?
About discipline is that once you do something and you succeed with it, so in this case, my body, I went from skinny to jacked. I know that the art of discipline is always going to bring me joy and happiness and fulfillment. So the motivation I get when I'm not getting results, when I'm struggling, is literally knowing that I know the blueprint of how to be happy, how to be fulfilled, how to be proud of myself. And it's always by doing what I don't want to do, always.
That's awesome. So coming back to the discomfort, basically.
Yeah.
I have an interesting question that I always try to ask to everybody that I interview, which is, if you would go back to where you started, would you do every single thing you've done the same exact way? And what advice would you give to yourself?
Yes, I would, because I am extremely proud of the man that's sitting in this chair. I know the things that I've overcome. I know what it's taken to get here. I know the struggle that comes with just being able to do something like this. So I would do everything exactly the same because I'm extremely, extremely proud and grateful of the person I am. In terms of what advice I would give to myself, keep going, kid. You got it.
That's it. All right. I have a couple of questions that I wanted to ask, and I want a direct answer. Okay. So talking about fitness, okay, what is the main mistake you see people doing in today's world when they start going to the gym?
They go for the wrong reasons.
They go for the wrong reason. Awesome. If you needed to choose one exercise and this exercise you would do it for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Probably weighted dips, because I think it's the king exercise for your upper body is dips. You work your pecs, you work your shoulders, you work your triceps, you work your grip strength, and I think overall it's one of the best exercises for your upper body. So dips.
What about the lower body?
Lower body, probably toes. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Lower body, let's say squat.
Squat.
Yeah.
Which one do you think is the biggest myth when it comes to nutrition?
That it's hard. It's not. You just have to do it over time, and you'll literally chip away if you just eat less food and go to the gym. It's not hard. You just have to do it.
What about the other way around? So people that want to gain...
Yeah, same thing. It's literally not hard. You can do it. There's so many examples on the internet of people going from skinny to jacked, from fat to jacked. It's possible.
Which one is the main lesson that fitness has taught you in terms of life experience?
That no matter how long you work on yourself, it's never going to change the fact of how you look at yourself. So I can get jacked to be approved from everybody in this room and everybody that I want to prove, but at the end of the day, it's how I look at myself and how I treat myself that is the most important thing.
You do it for yourself, not
you
for...
You need to do it for yourself.
Not for
That's
other people.
The main thing that fitness has taught me is that you need to do it for yourself, not for anybody else. I hate this whole revenge body thing. I don't like the I'm jacked now, before I was a loser, now I'm jacked and I'm cool and I'm rich. I don't like that. That's a very toxic mentality to have. Not to mention, it's not really progressive because you're kind of like showing people, oh, look at my results. I'm better than you. It's fucking stupid. So it's how you look at yourself and it's how you treat yourself.
Yeah. If you go down that path, then you are less humble you're less humble basically, and you are in a position where you are better than anybody and you're not teachable. And something that I've seen when someone is on a downfall is that they are not ready to listen because they know it all. And I've seen a lot of these people, especially in Italy, people that thinks they know everything, But this is the beginning of the end once you have this attitude, because you are not open to new information, right?
And you're not open to learning from the lessons that have been given to you. And like I like to say, every lesson is a blessing.
I know you don't like giving advice, okay? But let's say you are mentoring someone which is at rock bottom, okay? What advice would you give to this guy starting from scratch, rock bottom?
If you're at rock bottom, I would say pick yourself up. I know it sucks, but we got to move on. You can reach out to me. I'll send you a program. If you need money for a membership, I can PayPal you money. If you're actually at rock bottom, I'll PayPal you money for a membership. But it needs to be a deal. You need to promise me that you're gonna keep going, you're gonna go for 30 days straight. And I want you to take pictures of your progress every day. Is that a deal? That's what I would say.
Yeah, that's a really interesting one. So you would say start from the gym, start from 30 days in the gym with your program.
Yeah, because a strong body is a strong mind, as we know. And yeah, if you're really at rock bottom, if you're somebody that's watching that's actually at rock bottom, do this and I'll be here for you.
Awesome. Now let's change a little bit the subject, because we've been serious the whole podcast. Now I want to ask more of a personal question, because since you've lived in Canada, USA, Italy, what's the major difference when it comes to women? Maybe you've dated women in the USA, maybe you've dated women in Italy. What are the difference?
Women in Italy are more aware of being sexy, and they know it. And they have that aura that they're sexy. In America and Canada, they only feel that way when like you go to the clubs and when they're like half dressed. Italian women, in my experience, they're always sexy. They're able to maintain it. So that's why many guys fall in love with Italian women. So
you definitely prefer Italian than compared to USA?
Yeah, I mean, Italians, they're just easy. It's easy, you know? It's not like a fucking big deal. It's just, we're together, hang out. It's not that serious here. In America, it's more like a business deal. Oh, how much money does he have? And does he drive a Ferrari? And does he talk with his mom? Like, there's so much background checked on like who you are as a man. Here in Italy, women kind of just look at you for who you are, what they see, and they just go off that. We all have a past, and I don't think Italian women tend to judge you too much on that, because at the end of the day, it's who you are today. And that's something really lovely about that. I don't know if that's like funny, but that's just my take on it.
Yeah, no, 100%. And do you think having a good woman alongside you can actually help you in other aspect of your life?
Well, I think the best team is a man and a woman. So, I mean, I've never experienced it for myself yet in my years, but it's certainly quite romantic to think that it does work. Why not?
Yeah.
You have a man, you have a woman, you have kids, you can build a business, you can, start a farm or whatever and do your thing. Yeah. I mean, this was normal years and years ago. Now it's just more of like this independence thing. Like, oh, I'm a man, I do me, I'm a woman, I do me. Like, it's more like I'm better without you. And it's not like that.
Yeah.
We're a team, we're meant to be here together. And I think your life is also better when you're mixed. So I like the idea of having a woman by your side for sure. Yeah,
I was literally about to ask you the subject of independent women, and because I've seen in USA there's a lot of feminists, there's a lot of girls that pretend that men are useless and they can do everything by themselves. I don't know if you had any experience with that, but I wanted to kind of have your opinion on what do you think about what's going on there.
I think people are a little confused with social media and what's being pushed by just society in general. And I don't think it's as bad as people portray it to be on social media. People are always going to be people. And I think that if women want to work and they want to have a career, they can do it. There's free will. Like, free will is a real thing. If you want to do that, do it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I think if you go into the mindset of like, I'm doing my career because all men that I've been with are shit, so therefore all men are shit. Actually, if you take that argument, it's actually like, if you actually put that in perspective, if like you say that against like someone else's like race, that's a racist, that's sexist. So it's a sexist thing to say. I don't think they genuinely mean it, but I just think it's something that's trying to be pushed of like, you can do it on your own, girl. You don't need him. And to a degree, it is right. Because at the end of the day, we don't really need each other. Like, you can have your own life, I can have my own life, but are you gonna be happier? I don't know. I think you're happier together, right? So I think girls that wanna be independent, they can do it, you know?
Yeah.
But
as long as you're not pushing this idea of I can do everything by myself, because from the moment you're gonna have a problem in your house or something will happen,
right,
there's gonna be a man coming.
Sure, and the idea also goes the other way around, because a man needs a woman equally as much as a woman needs a man. Like, we need emotional support. We need to, like, the affection a woman gives you is unique. It makes the whole experience of life so much better when you have a woman in your life. So this idea that, you know, you don't need a man, you don't need it's bullshit. It's all bullshit. We need each other. It's just the truth. Whether someone had a bad relationship, a bad experience, they've been through someone toxic, it sucks, but at the same time, like, don't give up. That's what I have to say. Just don't give up, because love is real. People can fall in love, and life is so much better when we're together.
All right, just to finish everything, I wanted to ask you the last question. English or Spanish?
English?
The first who moves is gay. Alright guys, so if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned, because there's gonna be a lot of podcasts and a lot of interviews with interesting guests coming soon. Here's everything. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. I hope you got a lot of value from Uriah. Again, don't just listen, take action, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.